What up, people? What up, party people? YouTube family, mi familia. Happy Saturn's Day to the people. Did I tell y'all? They didn't tell you I'm on yet? Oh, there they go. What up, Clinton Walker? What's poppin'? Wonderful Storm. Oh, damn. Spread Wealth. What up? Oh, y'all coming in fast now. Damn. Hold up. Damn. Who was that? Inventors in, Marcus Parker, Zai the Great, Mel, Charles Walker, that girl, Christopher Perkins, what up? James Kirk, we got you spread the wealth. Miss Jeannie, what's poppin'? William Lumpkin, Faith Ford, Kimberly Bell, what's cracking? Guy Bryson, that boy Tree, what up? Courtney Dockery, Isaac Preston, Regina Harris, what up? Maria Carbajal, what's cracking? Roderick Roche, what up, dog? Queen Aries, we in that Aries. Hey, baby, my birthday was yesterday. That's right, my soul return was yesterday for all the Aries people. That's what. Put a fist up on my Aries people. What up? You wiped your feet. That's what's up. What's that? Renwick Page, Dwayne Hicks, Queen. Was that Queen T? Ray Brown, the Molly from Cali. That's what's up. Philly Bill, Sharice Bailey, Maul Banger, DJ Sherm. What up? Major Player Hits. What's cracking? It says Prince 213. Bruce Brown. All y'all coming in. Reloaded 614. Reload 614. What up? Make Black. Was that Mac? Was that Mac Black? All right. What's cracking? Almighty Sekou. What's cracking? Shinzara Anubis. Lynette Shelton. What's popping? What's going on, y'all? Who just popped me? 100% Rotten Podcast. Thank you, brother. You said stay out of San Fran? Yeah, buddy. I don't go to San Fran, baby. Don't go to San Fran. I don't be up that way, baby. I'm Southern Cali, baby. All day. What's up, y'all? What's cracking? We in Aries season, everybody. I'm gonna thank everybody who hit me up with solar return, happy solar return wishes yesterday. Thank y'all, appreciate y'all for the solar return love. You know how we do, peoples. We love y'all. We live, we love, we juice. That's for my boy Hassan. But thank everybody seriously for the solar return love. I appreciate y'all, man. We in Aries season, so we gonna get down with it. So first off, really quick, so the people who ordered last week, oh, Kimberly Bell, thank you. He said don't spend all up in one place. Hey, I put that on the turkey burger. Brandon Terry, thank you, brother. That's 5 on my turkey burger, Kimberly. Appreciate you, girl. So real quick, so I said that last week, I had 4 Know Your Rights Foundation prototype hats that I had for the first 4 people who ordered packages. So the first 4 people who got those, that was Leonard Wyndham, Richard Estick, Richard Jones, and Melissa Davis. Those are the 4 who gets the hats. All right. Shout out to y'all for jumping on it. Conceptual Elixirs, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. So again, Leonard Wyndham, Richard Estick, Richard Jones, and Melissa Davis, y'all get the Know Your Rights Foundation hats. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate everybody. Also, everybody who's supporting the Know Your Rights Foundation. Also, Real Nagas, thank y'all. We do have the packages still. I don't have any more hats for the prototype. Sorry, y'all. We may be getting some more in about another few weeks. But for right now, just go and support. If you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, you already know. Boom, you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, you get the full police stop law package. That's with everything. That's these books here. Know Your Rights Manual, the public official bonds book. So the police stop law package is worth $200, y'all. So That's an extra $200 you get when you order the Great Book of Melanin Research for free. You're getting that extra 200. So just want y'all to know. Yeah. Oh, and then it also comes with a deck of flashcards. All right. So get on over to realnoggins.com, order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, and you get the Police Stop Law package for free, a $200 value. Don't have any more hats to give y'all. Sorry, but if you just support, you want to get that law, get your information, get over there. Also, if you just want any of the things for individually, go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and order any one of the products individually. Also, if you want to volunteer, we got so many volunteers coming in. We love it. Man, we're mashing out, y'all. We are growing like crazy. We about to spring on the world like boom. They don't even know what's popping. So if you want to be a part of that, when we get ready to really mash on the world, so get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, sign up as a volunteer. We teach you the law for free. For free. We will teach you the law for free. You just need to be motivated, bring that motivation, and then we'll do the rest. All right. So thank everybody who picked up the baton, who listen to me yelling at y'all to get up and get involved. I'm going to keep yelling, damn it. If you get y'all in there, get your butt up, start learning the law, because you're going to see why it's so important today when we get through this. But appreciate y'all. And then, real quick, if you go to the Know Your Rights, the Real Noggas, I have some new shirts in there. I don't have a prototype to show y'all till next week, but if they're in, you can order them. They're in the store. You can order them right now. And they are the Nagalorian shorts. The Nagalorian. But I'm not a Mandalorian. I'm a Nagalorian. Goddamn, you understand me? I ain't no man. I'm a god. And that's the Naga. The Nagalorian. Go over realnoggins.com and go to the Nagalorian section and pick up your Nagalorian shirt. Get it for your kids. Get it for yourself. If you know, this is the way. If you don't know, I can't help you. But if you know, this is the way. But shout out to everybody who supports. And then We Juice, y'all already know. Y'all go hook up the homie Timmy Tight Tizop. Bam, we got that's my favorite. I always got to start with my favorite. The surprisingly sweet. Y'all see that right there? That's the grapefruit, cantaloupe, and pear. This is the delicious, delectable one. Love this one, boy. Thank you for creating this, boy. Then we got this the other one that I used to love before that one. This is the Be Fearless. This is apple, pear, lemon, ginger, and cayenne. Love this. This is a nice, beautiful kick. Tastes delicious. And it's nutritious right there. So this is the Be Fearless. And then, he dropped off a new one. This is Mango Mania. Y'all don't know nothing about that mango mania, baby. So that's mango, orange, banana, and pineapple. Bam. I'm gonna have to sip on this. It's gonna be a little sweet. It's gonna be an after dinner treat. Right there. This is gonna be my little after dinner treat. Right here. That's the Mango Mania. And then, last but not least, we got the Berry Bonita. Y'all see the Berry Bonita? This is for the energy right here. And this is grapefruit, orange, lemon, ginger, and some berries. Just juices and berries. Wait, that must be an ultra perm. No, I just use juices and berries. So right here, boy, that ain't nothing but an ultra perm. So right there, the Berry Bonita. And then, if you want to hook up some nutritional shots, he has these concentrated shots. This is called the Antidote right here. This is the Antidote. This is turmeric, black pepper, apple, ginger, lemon, and pear. You wanna give your body an alkaline shot, a shot of de-inflammation. Take that inflammation down in your body. That's what turmeric does. Natural anti-inflammatory. So this is a anti-inflammatory shot right here. You want to hook that up. And then also the other one right here is the ginger grenade. Another anti-inflammatory. This is these little super concentrated shots right here. This is apple, ginger, lemon, and pear. Off the chain. You got something going on in your body that you want to knock it out. Bam! Right there. So get over to ouijuice.com. That's OUIjuice.com. My brother Hassan will appreciate it. Timmy Tight Top needs more tight tops. The summer's coming up. Hook the boy up, everybody, so we can go out there and get his tight top on. All right, y'all. Really quick, man. Last week, I can't believe this came to me after the live stream. And I'm so mad that the universe sent this to me after the live stream. But when I said for the sisters, if you go out there, if you hooked up, what if you hooked up with an Asian nigga and you was out there hooking him up some candy yam wontons? I cannot believe that the universe didn't send me this joke. Collard greens and shrimp. I can't believe I left that off the table. Collard greens and shrimp? How the hell did that? Man, that should have came together like two plus two. How did I miss that joke? I'm so pissed at the universe for not sending me that joke. But collard greens and shrimp would have been great with that joke last week. I'm so pissed at you, universe. But here we go, y'all. Get your Wu-Tang on. All right, so really quick, YouTube is messing with people, so we're gonna have to see if we might have to transition a lot of things because YouTube just came out with new guidelines. And they always put in the fine print. YouTube always want to mess with you in the fine print. So the new YouTube guidelines are they will basically take your channel or give you a strike, or take it down depending on how many strikes you got. If you put a link to a video that goes against their community guidelines. So I know basically like you guys seen, like, I don't usually use descriptions anymore because I just try to keep all of that out of there. So the less I put in there, the less they're able to fuck with your videos. But I used to put descriptions in there and I would put links to alternative videos that you could find on Rumble or BitChute and stuff like that. That was dealing with the Boogie V and the Cupcake. If you use those links anymore, they will strike you. Because they say it's still the teaching in those videos goes against the community guidelines. So you can't put any links to any videos that is putting out information that goes against their community guidelines. These niggas are crazy. You talking about the police state coming? We're going to get into that in a minute too. But holy shit, man. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. You can't put links to so external links also. Say if I have my website and I want you to click to my website to go buy stuff. So I can't put a link to my website. Now I could say, go to realnoggins.com and hook up your gear or hook up your police stop law package or your great book of melanin research. I can say it, but I can't put a link to it in the description box. It will set off the YouTube whatever, and they will come after your ass. That's crazy. They don't want you. Basically, their philosophy is we don't want you to leave YouTube. We want everybody to stay on YouTube and blah blah blah. So anything that leads to more time, more time of you being away from YouTube, which is they say is their business model. It's just promoting good business. That's bullshit. This is another way to lock your ass down. You can't now that means to Alex Jones videos or anything. If you know about Stu Peters, y'all know Stu Peters, that's all he do is talk crazy. So you can't put links to these people videos anymore, according to the community guidelines. So we just had to be aware of that because I may have to start doing a Rumble channel. I don't even want to do that, man. Like, shit, it's hard enough for me to do this damn one video a week. So I got to go do a damn Rumble channel. So, but we have to figure something out because the YouTube community guidelines is getting crazy. And they just don't want you to say anything. They're trying the super control through the social media companies is running rampant, and they're trying to increase it. This is building up, and so we have to fight back whenever we can. And so y'all may see more videos on Rumble, y'all. You may see my first. I don't have more video. I don't even have one on there yet, but you may see one coming because damn, I don't know how much longer I can deal with YouTube and the bull crap. Make sure you take your shoes off, please, when you enter the building. You enter my crib. It's half of y'all are in here with your shoes on. I don't play that bullshit. Take your damn shoes off and get the hell out of my house. No, that means hit the like button, please. Don't track your outside bull crap into my crib. Take your shoes off, though. You can kick your feet up. So, the founder, I know y'all heard about this. So, the founder of Cash App, got stabbed a couple days. It was on Tuesday. He got stabbed up on Tuesday in San Fran. I think that's what my man talking about. He said, stay out of San Fran. But, so he got stabbed up. Now, he don't even live there. He went back there. I think he was there on business and got stabbed while he was there on business. So, what's the real reason behind it? Like, was it just a random stabbing? Was he just out there in San Francisco was getting so crazy with all the homeless people? And it is. Y'all seen San Fran, especially downtown San Fran. That shit's crazy, man. LA is bad, especially with the homeless people. But damn, downtown San Fran is getting, I mean, that shit is insane. Look like goddamn concentration camps or something. So, was it that the crime and the homelessness and everything is just running so rampant, in San Fran that he just caught some bad luck? Or just, just connecting some dots here and there, nothing, no conspiracy theories, none of that. But the day he got killed, or the day before he got killed, or the day he got killed, guess what else got released into the American system? The Fed Now. I know y'all done heard about it. Talked about it last week, about the Fed Now digital payment system that they're going to use as a precursor to get you into the crypto, the CBDC. So, but everybody's worried about Fed Now. Oh my God, there's 100 videos, more than 100 videos. It's probably a few hundred, 1,000 videos on Fed Now. TikTok videos, YouTube shorts, YouTube full videos on the Fed Now, and how this is the end. They're about to implement the whole digital system. So basically, what is it, right? So the Fed Now is the Federal Reserve's digital payment system, just like Cash App, right? So it's basically, instead of using, it's not going to actually implement right off the bat. Companies are going to have to sign up to do this with the Fed Now organization, right? So other companies maybe they've done it already, like different banks, Amazon, what's the other one? PayPal and all the rest of these, right? So they're saying that these different companies would have to sign up to the Fed Now system, and then instead of those, Mario Waters, thank you. Do I have a coupon for weed juice? No, man, I don't. Hassan, man, you got to give me a goddamn. Hey, you got to give me a coupon, man. If Hassan, if you're watching, because he's usually in the chat every now and then. So if you see Hassan McCullough in the chat, tell him to give you a weed juice coupon. If not, I'll have one for y'all next week. So the Fed Now, it's the digital system. So all payments will go, instead of going through PayPal and all the rest of that, PayPal and them will sign up to the Fed Now system, and it will go through Fed Now, then to PayPal, then to whoever you're trying to pay it to. So it's like customer to customer, person to person, business to regular person. So all these different types of transactions that they want to do, right? So it's on the FedNow.org. You can go check it out. So And like we said, I talked about last week, they did this in Nigeria right before they got ready to release the central banking digital currency. They released the alternative paper currency simultaneously with the old currency, the new currency. They were working together. Then they came in, and then also a few months before that, they released the digital currency. We got three things working together: digital currency, old currency, and the new two physical currencies and one digital currency. Then they took out the old currency, and now you only got the new currency, physical currency, debt note, and the CBDC. And that's when they flipped the system and was like, hell no, y'all ain't doing this, right? So again, this is what they're trying to do here. Now, are they going? They're releasing this in July. They're releasing this in July, and is there any way around it? People are like, oh, this is the government's. Is there any way around it? There is a way around it. There is a way around this Fed now bullcrap. So anybody who understands, y'all been in this shit before, you know that the Federal Reserve. Anybody knows the history of the Federal Reserve, you know that the Federal Reserve is a private business. The Federal Reserve is a private business. Private corporation, has no government, nothing. Nothing government about the Federal Reserve. And so in order to deal with anyone, usually corporations have to have contracts to deal with you. In order for you to be obligated to a corporation, you have to have a contract or some type of deal or agreement with that corporation. See, this is what I teach over in the Patreon. For all those people who want, you can hit me up about the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/realnoggers if you want to learn about your status. But the type of status I teach is contract law, because you're dealing with nothing but corporations in the world. So you need to know how to contract. You don't need to know old world government and all this. You need to know a little bit of that, but mostly, again, because you're dealing with corporations, if you know how to contract, that's how you get around all of this stuff. So in dealing with the Federal Reserve, they have to have a contract with you. Now, do they? Do they have a contract with you? They kind of do. If you got the birth certificate, that birth certificate is the main contract that they use for you. So that's the main debt note thing that puts you in a state of debt sovereignty, or excuse me, debt slavery, is your birth certificate. But then all these other documents, your driver's license, your driver's license, passport, all these other different documents are contracts that connect you to these different corporations, right? So you got the Corporation of the United States of America, Inc. That's a Delaware corporation. File number 2193946. And then you also have the Federal Reserve. But is that their name? No. What is their real corporate name? See, you would have to know their real corporate name in order for you to go sue them. Do anybody know their real corporate name? If you do, put it in the chat real quick. If you, let me see if I can see it in the chat. What is the Federal Reserve's actual corporate name? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? No, I don't see it. Nobody knows the Federal Reserve's real name. So I don't see it. Nobody knows. So if you were going to go after the Federal Reserve, you would have to go after the Federal Reserve Association. That's their legal name. The Federal Reserve Association. And they're a religious nonprofit corporation. Yo, who was that? Oh, Rashona Bennett. Thank you. Appreciate everybody hitting the super chat. So, the Federal Reserve Association, private corporation, nonprofit, or listed as a religious nonprofit corporation. And so, if you know how to contract or go after a corporation for false contracts or Yo, who was that? Let's see who that. Raised Riches. Thank you. Appreciate you. So if you know how to go after a company for placing you in contracts with non-disclosure, so you can void contracts for non-disclosure, for them implementing stipulations in the contract after you sign the contract. Something called adhesion contracts, that contracts that are attached to the main contract that you didn't know about. So all of these different things would allow you to sever contract. But if you don't know these different things, these different terminologies, you can't do that. So again, going back to the Federal Reserve, where is the Fed now? That's the company that's putting this out there. Fed now. Yo, Raise the Riches. Thank you, man. Thank you for hitting that super chat. So Fed now, again, if they're going to control your money, or if they want to be in control of your money, or if you want to have them not in control of your money, or if anything happens to your money because of the Fed now system, or if they try to lock you out or try to say, because this is what they want to do. They want to use it as a digital control social credit system, right? So if they try to do anything to your money, your funds, you could go and sue that corporation. But y'all don't know that because you didn't know they was a corporation. Well, most of you did, but you didn't know how. How they were a corporation up until now. So that's the way around the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve has a corporation. They have a corporation. They got a registered agent. Just like any other corporation, meaning a registered agent. Adrian, thank you. Meaning that's how you talk to a corporation, is through their registered agent. They're no different than FedEx or McDonald's or anything else. Absolutely no different. So this is how you get around corporations implementing these policies, not law, they policies. This is how you get around them doing that type of stuff to you. So for the people who don't want to learn the law, y'all gonna be fucked. I'm just saying, sorry. For this new future that's coming, where they're trying to destroy the old world of nationalism and create this new globalist regime and system of government and all that. It's built on corporations. All of it is built on corporate foundation. Every last bit of it. The WEF ain't the government. These are a bunch of corporations coming together to tell the government what to do, and the government is implementing these policies at these goddamn meetings. Why? Because the United States of America, Inc. is also a corporation. So unless you know how to deal with these cats in a corporate way, and that's with corporate law, you're not gonna get out of this shit. Sorry. But if you know corporate law, you deal with them through the court system, you can smash on these cats. So just saying that to y'all have to get up and start understanding and learning this law. But the Cash App, they took out the Cash App person, but he was like he's like the fourth person of a tech company, of a financial tech company. So he was like, and he holds crypto also on the Cash App. So you can trade crypto on the Cash App. But I think if you trade crypto on Cash App owns the crypto still. So then they killed all these other crypto millionaires, Hill Hunt millionaires that got taken out. It was like 3 of them. One of the dudes said that the girl he was dealing with was a CIA agent and was gonna try to kill him, and this nigga ended up dead 2 days later. He was gone 2 days later after he said they was gonna try to kill me. Now, goddamn. And they say he drowned, allegedly. Okay. Okay. 2 days after he said, 2 days after he said they was gonna try to take him out. All right, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Nothing. Move along, buddy. Move it along. So they think everybody's stupid. And so, but they take out the Cash App person, the dude who has the biggest digital payment system in the market right now. Even bigger than it's for right now, person to person payments, it's bigger than PayPal. So they take my man out to get you to move in. Hey, nigga, you move out the way. Hey, everybody, how you doing? I'm fed now. Hey, everybody, watch me. He start doing his little dance. Hey, don't worry about Cash App, baby. Look at me. I got my little dance. I'm the new dude. He start dancing. Nigga, wait a minute. Where Cash App at? Get your bitch ass out of here, nigga. Where Cash App at? So that's kind of the ploy or the play behind the Fed now, the killing of the Cash App dude. We gonna say killing him, so he was stabbed, but we don't know necessarily who stabbed him. We do, but we can't necessarily say. But that's what's popping. And so watch out for that Fed now. People, this digital system is really about to start smashing. I'm about to get into it in the police state thing in a minute. But again, please start using cash again. I cannot stress that enough. Start dealing with cash again. Get you some goddamn cash. You understand? Hold on. Hey, look here. I don't even fuck with cash, really. I really don't mess with cash. But goddammit. Please, get y'all some of these dollars. These dollars, they may be worth nothing, but you need to hold on to these. Hold on to these things right here, just in case. Because when this shit goes down, like we said, we know that as the medium of exchange. We know. So if anything pops off, we'll still have that way to barter between us with these Federal Reserve notes, even though they may mean nothing in the system, they'll mean something to us. So we can make it worth something because literally the medium of exchange is what we say it is. It's what we collectively agree on. So again, it was sticks for 1,000 years. They were using a goddamn stick as money. So we can whatever the hell we say it is, it can be that, right? So please get dollars. It's low denominations, 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, please. And so as that's going down, all of this is a major part of the plan. So you see in Paris, they burning down Paris. We talked about this, but did you see they burned down the BlackRock headquarters in Paris? Did y'all see that? Hey, shout out to Paris. God damn it, shout out to my niggas in La Paris. Shout out La Parisians. Hey, they burnt down that BlackRock. They was like, fuck BlackRock, nigga. Fucking fuck BlackRock, nigga. So shout out to them because they understand that BlackRock is the one who's controlling Macron. The old boy Macron who comes in and he's trying to make everybody work an extra 2 years. They're trying to make everybody, so they move the retirement age up from 62 to 64, making everybody work an extra 2 years. He's trying to say that the government pension plan relies on it. If it doesn't, it would mess up the pension plan in the whole government pension plan. So he had to. So, but this nigga, he unilaterally, no vote, he came in himself and did it. So, which says now, most of these. Oh, who was that? Was that the original man? Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, brother. That's the first. Hey, original man. Hey, first one to pass the certification test in the Know Your Rights Foundation. Shout out to the original man, brother. Hey, went through with 100% through the certification test. So that's also what I forgot to tell you. Yeah, so when you finish the classes, Know Your Rights Foundation, you get a certification. You get in basic police stop law. The original man, he passed the certification test, 100%. Shout out to you, brother. But so Macron raising the age of the retirement, he did it unilaterally, just by himself with no government. And all of these other governments around the world are starting to do that. These leaders, these so-called leaders of these governments, these so-called presidents or whatever, these niggas are unilaterally implementing what they call by executive order. You see Biden doing it just like crazy. This motherfucker act like he got no government at all. And he just out there, nigga, just executive order, executive order, executive order, executive order. He just signing them like crazy. Then you see over in Israel, excuse me, you see over in Israel, million people out there protesting the new law they're trying to implement with Netanyahu and the prime minister, the president and the prime minister over in Israel will have the power to wipe away all court decisions, Supreme Court decisions. old or new. And the new Supreme Court can't rule on any new laws that the government implement. So the government can just say, you know what? Y'all niggas, every Friday, you got to walk around town with your pants around your ankles. Just in case I want to run up and tap me some ass with no obstructions. So every Friday, everybody got to walk around with their pants around their ankles. That's a law. And nobody can protest that law. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking insane. And they trying to implement that. And so much so, even the boy, the weirdo scientist who wants to turn everybody into a computer. What's that, Dr. Noah Harari or whatever his name is? You know what I'm talking about. The dude, y'all seen him on a million videos. The one who wants to say you have no soul or spirit and we can change you and we can take the human body and humans will be, we live in the last age of Homo sapiens because humans are going to be linked with computers and that nigga, he is even protesting. That nigga is over there marching talking about you about to tear up our government. That's karma in your ass because you wanted to subjugate everybody else in the world. Look where the energy came first. It came for your bitch ass country first. That's what you get. Noah bitch ass Harari. So he wanted to subjugate everybody else, with the nanotech, into the cupcakes. He was a major cat behind that. Subjugating, slaving off the whole world, and then look what the universe did. The karma of the universe brought that shit right back around to your bitch ass country first. You want to slave some niggas off? All right, we're gonna start with you. Hey, nigga, I'm out there for you people in Israel. I'm fucking with you. Nobody should be able to tell you what the fuck to do and have power over the Supreme Court. So I'm riding with you, but your bitch ass Noah Harari, he brought that energy back on y'all and the leaders of your government. But and then you see over in Paris, there's over 200 different protests going on simultaneously. Did y'all know that? 200. Because they're trying to change the government. They're trying to take the power away from the people in these different governments in this new world, this reset flip. Nope. That power to the people bullshit, that shit is over, nigga. Corporations are people too. We're listed as people. We're classified as people. Why can't we have the power? You've had it long enough, fucker. It's ours. It's fucking ours. We founded this exchange. The Dukes have been sitting on this thing since we founded this exchange. Everybody know trading places. The Dukes been sitting on this exchange since it was founded. We founded this exchange. It's ours. So that's the corporations coming after you niggas. Hey, like, hey, nigga, we people too. And so they're trying to move power to the people or power to the natural people. We're taking the power of the natural people away, and we're going to put the power in the artificial people. So they're protesting in these countries, and we ain't doing shit really over here. So shout out to them people who not trying to. So Noah Harari, he's the P.F. Heiser Bakery doctor. He's the dude. He's the confidant of the head of the P.F. Heiser Bakery. He's his and Klaus Schwab. He's the advisor to Klaus Schwab and the P.F. Heiser Bakery CEO. That's this nigga who wanted to subjugate everybody, and then boom, that blog came for you niggas first in your own country. So yeah, what if they make laws against gay people? See, because he's gay. See how the universe works when you want to enslave other motherfuckers, and you don't never think about, well, it'll never come back on me. It'll never come to me. I'll never be enslaved. It's all for you. So when that shit comes back around, right up your ass, nigga, a place you familiar with, when it comes back on you, then you can't say nothing. It came for you first. Because if they make laws against the gay community or that community over there, you can't change them. You can't challenge them. You can't take it to the Supreme Court. You can't do anything. See how the universe works? Oh, nigga, I love the universe, boy. The universe said, hey, nigga, You baking this cake for somebody else? Okay, well let me. You want this cake to go to everybody else? Okay, hold on. Happy birthday, my nigga. I know it's got your name on there. You wanted it for everybody else, but nigga, you get to taste the cake first, my nigga. That's how the universe. Hey, there you go. That's how the universe works. Shout out to the universe. But not. I'm not happy about this going down. Let's be real. Let me be clear. I'm not happy about this coming down on all the people in Israel. No, but this is just how karma works. So we got to be diligent over here, everybody. Y'all have got to wake up. This is your age of being involved in law and government. If you don't see that yet, I don't know what to tell you. You are going to lose everything that all the people before you, no matter good or bad, that they established, because America is the freest country in the world right now, even though it may be fucked up. It's the best of the fucked up. It's all countries are fucked up. Let's get it real. All countries and governments are fucked up, but America's the best of the fucked up because you still have a moniker of power, a smidgen, a smidgen of power in the people. You have more than that, but you don't know it. And then when you come to the realization of the power that you have, then you'll come into that full power. Just like only those who know that they're God will manifest the power of God. But you need to know that you have so just the same way as that in America, in these laws, you need to know that the power comes from you. The power of the government comes from you, and then you can start manifesting that power. So you see the people over in these other countries, they don't have it like we have it. They have to march like that because the government has total control over whatever pops off. The government got total control over whatever pops off in those other countries. So you nigga, stop squandering your goddamn gift. You live in 50 separate sovereign countries in America where the government can't directly enact itself on your different on these 50 different countries. They have to maneuver and swing around and do shit and, and bob and weave and swing. They got to do all that shit to get around your goddamn rights. Well, they don't have to do that over in the other countries. But you're going to make it easier for them by not knowing what your damn rights are. If you don't know what they are, then shit, I can walk right over them because you don't know I'm stomping on them. So shout out to those people in other countries who do know their rights, and they stand up for whatever the fuck pops off because they know if they get what did Eddie Murphy say? Give a nigga a rope, you want to be a cowboy? Like you can't give an inch. If you give an inch, they'll take every fucking thing. So don't budge in your convictions. So moving along, did y'all see the new Budweiser campaign, Bud Light? Y'all seen the new Bud Light campaign? I know you seen it. I know you seen it. That's ridiculous. Whoever that motherfucker is, that is absolutely ridiculous. That is a caricature of a woman. Not even a woman. That's a caricature of a motherfucker playing a woman. That's not even that's just ridiculous. That's woman face or whatever they call it. What's the dude, Dylan Mulvaney or whatever his name is? He getting crazy paid to act like he a woman. Crazy money. This nigga got $100,000 just from Bud Light. Just from Bud Light alone, he gets $100,000. And then I'm about to run off the list of motherfuckers. This ain't even the whole list of people who are endorsing him. But check out the other companies that are endorsing this nigga. Nike, Mac, Tampax, Crest toothpaste. First of all, let's move back. Tampax? What the fuck do a goddamn dude dressed up like the dude with the other dude? What the fuck do a dude know about using Tampax? Huh? That he's going to influence women who really need them. He's going to influence them to buy Tampax? And if his crowd or his audience is transgender, Who the fuck is he selling them to? Because they can't use them either. This shows you this is all bullshit. This is all politic fuckery. Trans is now a new religion. It's a new religion because they removed the old religion. All the other old religions are dying off, especially now you're in a new age. So a new age calls for a new religion. Or this is what they're trying to replace it with. And that's wokeism or trans. And so trans, and it's really wokeism, but trans is the main, it's on the marquee of the woke movement. It's what they're using as a vehicle to change society through distraction, really, because the people who push this stuff truly at the top, they know men can never truly become a woman and women can never truly become men. They know this. But if you don't know it and you're fighting over this bullshit all day, instead of real things like your money getting snatched up, your money being taken, your money being snatched up or devalued, China and them starting a new trade organization that's going to involve all these other different countries. China starting a new trade organization where everybody's going to be trading in the yuan. That's going to devalue the dollar. That means the money that you have in the bank eventually is going to be worth half or nothing. So all of this stuff that's really going on, let's push this trans bullshit on them. And then call that a movement where there can be no true, sane outcome from this shit. What are they? So when they're pushing this, they're the trans activists, because you saw the trans people trans person just killed 6 people, the Christian people, and 3 kids and 3 adults in this Christian school. Then they stopped another trans person from who was planning on killing up a bunch of people. But the trans movement said that they're in danger, that people are trying to kill them. They're in danger. They need to stop us. We're the ones in danger. We're dying. We're dying out here, man. We're dying. Now, I love this cat, or this statistic that somebody brought. I think it was Matt Walsh brought up about the true statistic of how many trans people are dying. So they brought up all these trans people and they said, oh, there's so many people, so many trans are dying every year. We're dying. Unless we're reaffirmed, unless our psychosis is affirmed, we're dying. So the true number of how many people are dying every year, or who got and this is the most recent year, because they started keeping a statistic because it wasn't really a statistic. So 2021, how many trans people who got killed because they were trans, right? So guess how many that was? Guess how many all the trans people in America who got killed strictly because they was trans? Y'all know? Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know too? 2. 2. 2 people they said got killed in 2021 because they were trans. Are you kidding me? Are you? This is absolutely insane. It's more niggas that get killed because they like Snickers. That's ridiculous. So, there is no damn crisis, which lets you know that this is all a scam. This is a movement. So, you got celebrities who now everybody's starting to peep the bullshit, right? So you got celebrities who are coming out. So who came out? Kid Rock. Kid Rock, baby, like, fuck this shit, nigga. Fuck this shit, nigga. And that nigga took out the gun with like, hey, Bud Light. Bow! He started shooting up all the Bud Light. Shout out to Kid Rock on that one. Travis Tritt. You like, fuck you, nigga. Fuck this. What are you doing? What are y'all doing? Putting this trans dude on Bud Light or to promote Bud Light. Like, this is, you think your audience is these motherfuckers? Is that what you think? And now, again, if you're gonna be that, if you're of that community, do you? Let's get that clear. Nigga, I ain't nobody who be like telling motherfuckers what to do. Because I don't want you to tell me what the fuck to do. You damn sure ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But when you start bringing it, when you start promoting it or pushing it on other people, or you bring it to kids, that's where I have the problem. If you let children, if a child is gonna be that, and then they move and their mind is developed and they come to that conclusion, they want to roll down that road as an experience, then by all means, as an adult, let them do it. But when you go to children and you start pushing that on them, because a child has a blank canvas as a mind. Their mind is a blank canvas, so it'll whatever you put on it is impressionable. And so a kid who wants to, who goes from one day to want to be a Jedi, to want to be a goddamn police officer, to want to be a basketball player, to want to be a CEO of a corporation or a lawyer or a doctor, or all this and that, every fucking single, they flip constantly about what they want to be in their mind, or who they see themselves as, or in the future, or what they attach themselves to. But so you don't force that on them. You don't send a child to law school at 7 when that nigga say he want to be a lawyer when he grow. You know why? Because his mind is not developed enough to understand what the fuck that means. Hey nigga, you want to be a lawyer, my nigga? Hey nigga, we about to roll you to Harvard Law. You only going to the top schools. My motherfucking child ain't going to no bullshit at top school for you, my little nigga. Harvard Law. Then when you get out, we gonna have a nice practice where you gonna take care of your family, which is your family first. And so you doing what the fuck? You ain't doing that to a child. So why are you doing that when if they came and they express some type of, I feel like I may be a girl or I may be a boy at that age, you don't entertain that. You are here to guide them into that. So eventually when their mind is developed and they still are on that vibration and they want to explore that, then fucking let them do it as an adult. But again, when you start promoting it as a way of life into to the whole society, or you start pushing it on kids, on child chop shops on children, that's where you start rolling off the rails. And so this is the fuckery. And so you saw the and when that person going back to the school who got shot up with the kids and the adults, and then the one who got caught planning an assault, you don't hear really not a lot about that in the mainstream media. They're covering up that shit. Or if you hear about it, they're giving excuses, or they're apologizing, or apologizing to the trans community because they're experiencing such backlash because of what. Like, wait a minute, y'all are doing this. Ain't nobody doing this. Y'all ain't nobody telling you to go shoot up schools. But they're acting like there's so much violence being perpetrated against them that they have no other choice but to stand up and take their guns and start killing people. When the actual truth is 2 motherfuckers died. 2. In the most recent numbers that we got, 2. You killed more than that in the school shooting. And they killed more than that in one damn school shooting. So the media, though, needs this as a political vehicle to use against what they call the right, the right wing or the MAGA people and all that, right? So they don't care how atrocious these acts are. They have to ride the train. They got to go with the train. And this is show you how the world is fucked up, or how America is damn near on its way to a downfall. Because when you have no moral compass no more, you only are going with the party because that's the most important thing. Even if they're immoral and fucked up, then you take on that energy. And then the whole shit is corrupt after that. So the White House, they came out and they said, excuse me. The White House said, hold on, let me find it. They said, Where did she say that? Oh, children. This is the girl Jean. What's her name? The sister, the sister who does the PR for the White House. That's a fine ass girl too. Goddamn. Damn girl, why you gotta be whack as fuck? You fine as shit. Why whatever her name is, Corinne Jean Pierre, whatever. That girl fine. But why the hell you got to be whack as hell? God damn it. But she said that children are able to decide if they want to go to child chop shops or not. They're able to decide themselves. Children are able to decide along. And then they say she threw this in as an afterthought along with their parents. But wait a minute, children are able to decide. Can a child decide to go drive a car? Can a child decide to go smoke cigarettes? Can a child decide to go to the liquor store and walk in there and buy some big ass bottle of Jack Daniels and turn it back? Wow! And then look at the counter, look at the checkout person like, now what? This nigga 8 years old. Can they do that? So how in the fuck can a child make a decision if they want to have a body part cut off that they'll never be able to get back? Or take chemical therapy that's going to change their bodies and their bodies for life. Yo, it's 647 something people in here, 300 something likes. Come on, y'all. Dang! Come on, man. Take your shoes off. Stop tracking bullshit shit around in my floor. When you walk into the house, please take your shoes off. Come on, man. We got to have Eastern etiquette. You go to somebody's house in the East, in Asian, you got to take them shoes off. You got to take the shoes off right at the door. Before you walk into whatever, the dojo, the rice house, whatever it is, take them damn shoes off. Do the same in here, please. Or a cult or whatever you can throw in, whatever the hell you want to throw in, that trans rights are human rights. So trans rights are human rights. What does that mean? What do they mean by that? Like, so no, because we're saying that we don't believe that you're a whatever the hell the other thing you're saying is, that we don't believe you're human. We obviously believe you're human because you're standing right there. We're not taking away your human rights, your right to be alive. We're saying, or people who disagree with that, just saying they disagree with your perception of who you are. You don't have a right to tell somebody else that they need to agree with your perception. That's not a right. You don't get to tell everybody else what the fuck to think. And so this is their main move. Trans rights, human rights. There was some girl, the swimmer, I forgot her name, but she swam against the dude, the dude who took over the swimming. What I forgot, y'all know something Thompson, Leah Thompson, I think, but is the dude. It's a dude who called himself Leah Thompson. So the girl who swam against him and tied, and then the trophy went to him anyway because they said they needed the trophy for the pictures. He needed the trophy for the pictures and shit. So she's been on a movement now against trans people in sports and female sports. She's been on that's been her whole life now. So she was speaking at some school and they chased her ass into a room, basically kidnapped her ass. They tracked, man, it was a mob. Trans rights and human rights, that's what you get. You transphobic bitch. Blah, blah, blah. And a lot of the crowd was melanated kids. Melanated. So what's happening to the melanated community where our children are taking on this crazy psycho cult mentality? Because it was a sister who led the whole mob. A sister with some bald head, the little hair she had on her head was painted red, showing that I'm a part of some community. So they chased her into the room screaming trans rights are human rights. Then, while that's popping off, there's a course at Harvard. There's a new course at Harvard that claims infants. This is Harvard. Oh, sure, he went to Harvard. Another Trading Places reference. That's my movie. But So the new course at Harvard claims infants can be trans. They know in the womb. This is what they said. They teaching this class at Harvard that says they know in the womb. Now, again, there's a lot of mysteries of life, vibrations, frequencies, energy in the universe that, will come to understand as our consciousness elevates. But it's not too hard to understand what gender dysphoria is if you understand, because the blueprint has been left by the ancients of what this whole universe is. It's energy, vibration, frequency. And no energy is never created or destroyed, it only transforms. So that would mean that you have been here before. If we go with those laws that no energy is ever created or destroyed, it's only transformed, that means you've been here. And so when you manifest in these different experiences, you think you always just manifest as the sex that you're in right now. If you did, you would never learn anything. You would never learn anything spiritually in order to evolve to a consciousness level to where you were able to move on and elevate and have a type of wisdom that was balanced and in harmony with the universe. You'd have to understand the divine masculine and divine feminine. And so that means you would have to live in some of those lives in order for you to come about that energy. So people who come here and they feel that they're trans, they most likely in their past life, this recent past life, or it could have been further beyond, but most likely they have lived as a different sex in another life. And they have vestigial energy in this life right here. So vestigial means leftover. So they have leftover energy from those past lives. And this is the thing. Why do you think you forget about the life that you came from when you come into a new experience? Why do you think that you don't remember your past lives? Because you're supposed to move on with a new experience and new lessons. If you remembered your past life, you'd be focused and attached to that old shit of which you used to be and never be able to move on and evolve in a new form. That's why you don't remember your past lives. So when you're left over with that energy, so people who are left over with that energy, they're going back, they're regressing to whatever their energy was before. Now, do I understand that? Can I understand that energy on a little scale? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I got 18 aggressive signs out of 22 right now. I'm triple alpha. That's just how I get down. I love women. I think women and little babies are the greatest thing the universe ever created. Women are the greatest thing in the universe. So when I leave this damn place, if I come back the next life, if I come back in a feminine form, I'm gonna be a lesbian. I'm gonna tell you right, I'm probably gonna be lesbian because I'm gonna tell you right now, I love women. That's how I'm coming back. That's just how it is. Women are the greatest thing. If I left and came back, I know I would feel, hey, goddamn girl, that booty, woo. That's the universe right there. I would still feel that in another life. Coming from where I am now. Now you give me a buffer in between who I am now and coming like that. It may not be like that, but right now, if I go to the next life, I'm coming back and I'm going right back to I'm going right back to it. You understand? Because hey, whoa, the yoni is God. I'm gonna tell you right now, the yoni is God. So I understand it on a certain level, but again, you're supposed to leave those lessons behind and evolve and walk down a new path. And so you're not supposed to regress and stay on those. But see, like I said, this movement though is more political. It's a political vehicle to be used, for change. And so like Canada, which is crazy. Well, first off, before I get to Canada, did y'all know y'all tax dollars in America is funding drag queen story hour on military bases? Did y'all see that? That boy Matt Gaetz or whatever his name is, the Republican, he talked to one of the military. He talked to the head of the military, the general, and he said, "Why are military bases sponsoring Why is the American tax dollars going to fund uh, uh, drag queen story hour on the military bases? And the general was like, that doesn't happen. He's like, we're not doing that. No, I respect you, but no, that's not going down on the military bases. And this motherfucker pulled out. Wait, oh, hey, look at that bill. Oh, look at that. Oh, let me. Oh, another. Oh, he started going to. Oh, wait a minute. Look at another. There's another drag show. Oh shit. He started going through all the drag queen story hours that was on these military bases, and the general was like, it's not going. I don't know. No, it's not happening. He just kept denying it. He just would not accept it. But the tax dollars, the audit of the tax dollars showed that they was funding this shit. Your tax dollars, if you pay taxes. Which you don't have to. But and then so in Canada, they're creating a new law that's banning offensive speech near their transgender drag shows. You see how crazy this is getting? Meaning you can't say this is wrong, this is against God, or this is against whatever your spiritual beliefs are, whatever. This is, if they're doing it to children, if they're holding a story hour with children, you can't say this is wrong, you're a pedophile. You can't say any of that. If you say any of that, they can throw your ass in jail. You can get arrested. For offensive speech near child or near transgender drag shows. And then not only will you go to jail, it's $25,000 fine. $25,000 if you tell a transgender person who's flossing their ass in front of a kid that he full of shit. You tell a kid, you tell him, no, you can't do that. No. How dare you tell this trans person who's sticking his penis in front of this 7-year-old child's face, that's wrong? How dare you? You can't do that. He has the right to do whatever he wants in front of that little child without you fucking it up. Like, $25,000 fine. That's fucking insane. If you complain about a motherfucking grown ass man twirling his ass in front of a kid, you see where this shit is all fucked up? We're at the end, y'all. When it starts getting to this point, the Anunnaki's probably about to come in and just wipe all this shit out at this point. Anunnaki like, what? Wait a minute. Anunnaki's sitting back like, nigga, what? What the fuck did Canada say? Oh shit, nigga. Anunnaki like, hey nigga, let's hop in the ship. We better go wipe all this shit out. Canada first. We going to Canada first, wipe all this shit out. Anunnaki, where you at, my niggas? Come save us. We need the Anunnakis to come in and take this shit, wipe this shit out. Usually, that's what they used to do in the past. When civilizations got too big for their britches, the aliens came in and wiped these niggas out. Like, you the big nigga now, huh? Oh, you think you the big dog now? Okay, like, hey, wipe them bitch ass. Flood, nigga, right now. Nigga, you gonna fuck if you in love with these goddamn humans, nigga? Flood. Fuck that bitch ass niggas. Nigga, Anunnaki release the flood on you. Wipe all you niggas out and start anew. So Anunnaki, where you at, nigga? This shit is getting crazy. So again, it's not a logical argument. It's just a political point to stand on. And becoming a pseudo religion. It's a cult religion. Religions are cults. Really. So it's time we got to push back against it. And truly, the only people who can really truly push back against this would be the women. The true women. They're trying to take over your identity. It's your identity who's being usurped. So if you don't stand up and say what's up, to say fuck this, no. If you don't stand up, then you will get moved out. Not really, because no one is ever going to believe that a dude is a woman. But in society, politically, you can get pushed aside. Not in nature. That'll never happen. But in this society where you have power, where women have power and rights and stuff like that, your rights will be moved and usurped for these. As you can see, like the one school who didn't want the transgender changing in the locker room with them. All the girls who was on the team, I think it was a basketball team, and they didn't want the transgender dude changing in the locker because they saw him at one point. He wasn't even changing. He was sitting back just watching. Oh, shit, nigga, look at that booty right there. And he was just sitting back, and they was looking at him like, what you, he not even changing. So they went and told, and then the school said, well, y'all can change outside. We can change outside. Not this bitch ass nigga who not even changing. Wait a minute. He just sitting back watching girls' titties and booties, and he allowed to just do that? Because that's probably the only reason he said he was trans in the first place, allegedly. But he allowed to do that? So, women, I love y'all, but they're taking over. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. So, women, if y'all don't get if you get in a fight, women, I'm with you. I'll be right there with you. But it's not the same for trans men or women who think they men. Nobody's ever they never gonna take the man's place. That'll never happen. Yo, Mike Swagger, appreciate you. Pervert step their, he said, pervert stepped their game all the way up. Yeah, they did. They stepped their game all the way up. For sure, they're trying to make all this shit acceptable. But women, if you get into the fight, I'm there with you. But again, it's not the same on the men's side. Ain't no woman who turned herself into a dude gonna walk into the gym and bench 300 pounds right off the bat. Where a dude can just walk in there. Like, did y'all see the guy who claimed transgender for a day? So there's a couple of guys who did this, but recently, this dude who claimed transgender for a day, he walked in there for the weightlifting. He walked in there and got the women weightlifting world record. Didn't look like he just walked in, just regular dude, big dude, walked in there, bow, boom. Like doubled it. Like it was like double the weight or some shit. That shit was hilarious. I mean, this woman, this nigga just walked in there like, oh, this right here? Okay. Where's my medal? So that movement is nowhere near the same on the men's side. You're not going to produce enough testosterone to compete with a man. That's never going to happen. They can't pump you up with enough testosterone to do it. It'll never happen. So that's why I say, women, y'all don't have to be at the forefront of this, because men don't give a shit, because they ain't trying to they're not really making any moves in the man world where we think women are men. That ain't happening. But on the other side, they're really trying to take over y'all identity. But can I be transracial? If I can be all in, if I can do all of this shit, this is the new religion. Why can't I be transracial? Huh? What about that is the taboo thing? All this other shit, we accept all of this other shit, but as soon as you come in and say, hey, you know what? I feel like I'm on the oppressor side. I feel like a colonizer. I identify with the colonizer. I'm white. Oh, no, that's too far, boy. No. You're crazy, buddy. You're fucking crazy. Can you see what you are? Can you see that? That's not white. That's black. Even though this is not black, it's brown. See the psychosis? But no, buddy, you're kidding. No. You know. Shout out to Rachel Dolezal. I'm with you, girl. If they can be trans, whatever the fuck. You can be trans. You can be a nigga. Rachel Dolezal, don't let them niggas tell you that you can't be no nigga. If they can be a woman, you can be a nigga. God damn it. Rachel Dolezal. Shout out to Rachel Dolezal. But you can't be trans. You see how dumb this is? I can be trans with species. They allow you to be trans species. You can be a cat or a horse, identify with all that, and you can. When somebody calls your name, you answer. You answer in meow, and then the other person has to meow. Or if they don't meow, it's taken as a slight on you, or on them. Excuse me, is it taken as a slight on them if they don't if you don't meow back? All of that is fair game. Nigga, if I don't meow back, this motherfucker feel like his whole life has been taken away if I don't give him a meow. Meow. Like, what the fuck? But I can't feel like I'm transracial, which is probably more of a case that you have to be transracial than anything, because your genes don't have color. Genetically, you're not first of all, you're not the color you appear to be. That means you're reflecting that color in science. We already know that as a scientific fact. But your genes, do you understand? You can have genes from different types of ancestors, Caucasian, Asian, all of these different things, melanated, from Africa, Hispanic. You can have all of these different genes in your body. Like your heart can have, your heart can be from one ancestor who's Caucasian. Your kidneys can be you can have more genes in your kidneys from another ancestor who's Hispanic. You can have for your spleen, this is science. This is scientific fact that your genes don't give a fuck about no color. All your genes don't come from one motherfucker. So you have more of a possibility, or which a factuality, of being transracial than any fucking thing, really. But you can't do that. No, buddy. You know why? Because that's crossing the status line. When you jump the status bridge, because white is the top status. So we just can't give you niggas the top status. I don't have a problem with trans doing that, because most trans people are Caucasian males. So they already they already got the privilege. They're already on the Caucasian. They're already on that side. That's why I don't really have a problem with that. But if I try to be transracial, oh, nigga, no, nigga, hey, where your ticket at, nigga? You can't get up into the, nigga, this is the, hey, nigga, this the boom boom room. Hey, somebody, come back. This nigga trying to get in the bed. Hey. It's the boom boom room, my nigga. You can't get in here unless you white. What? You don't look white to me. You white? Where you at? Nigga, hey, nigga, I'm white. I think it up here. I believe, therefore I am. Hey, you get in there. Nigga, look here, man. Let me tell you something. I pronounce my G's. I'm going. See, I pronounce my G's. I pronounce my R's. I'm not white. I enunciate my G's and my R's. I'm not. Hey, nigga. No, you cannot be. So you need to get out there. So while people are fighting, though, for their trans rights, your constitutional rights are being taken away, and that's the distraction. So please, don't be caught in the distracciones. So while that's going on, also, you got Robert Kennedy. He just entered the presidential race, Robert Kennedy Jr. Y'all know him. He's the one that's been a major thorn in Fauci's ass for the last few years. He wrote the Fauci books and all that. So he's jumping into the race, as a Democrat to try to counterbalance or counteract Joe Biden, right? So is his plan? So again, we got this next election is gonna be the craziest thing of all time. Gonna be the craziest thing of all time. So you got him in there. I think Gavin Newsom's gonna enter it. I think Ron DeSantis is gonna enter it. And Trump. You got Trump. So, but Biden, they was talking about Biden, because Biden, he hasn't announced that he's going to do it yet, but they really got no opposition because they can't do Kamala. Kamala is not. Hell no, nigga. Kamala, fuck that. Kamala, nigga, fuck out of here, nigga. We ain't fucking with Kamala. So they can't get Kamala to run. Gavin Newsom is still trying to feel out the waters because he fucked up all of California, and people still remember that. So he's still trying to fill that out. Fill his way out around that. So nobody really knows. They have no real front runner for the Democrats, right? And so then you got Trump over there, you got DeSantis, like I said. Them two are head and shoulders above the Democratic candidates as far as popularity. So Robert Kennedy comes in. Now Robert Kennedy, I fuck with Robert Kennedy Jr., man. He on some stuff. I don't fuck with Democrats, I don't fuck with no parties, but hey, he about telling the truth. That nigga in his stuttering ass, that nigga be stuttering the truth all day. You gotta sit there for about 2 hours, nigga, to hear about 10 seconds worth of shit. But he'll get it out. He'll tell you that Fauci's fucked up. This whole shit is messed up. Boom, boom, boom. Tell you about he talks all the crack scenes. He's been on the crack scene movement, the adverse effects of the crack scene movement. All crack scenes, not just the Boogie V, the whole crack scene movement, he thinks is all jacked up. So shout out to him. But while that's going on, you got your boy Trump then got arraigned. And y'all see that spectacle? So again, this is heating up. Robert Kennedy, nobody believe Biden is gonna do anything. That nigga gonna fall asleep at every goddamn debate. and Americans, and we're gonna do this again, and we're gonna come out here again. And I ain't promise. This motherfucker he's nodding off at every goddamn campaign. While Trump, so they're trying to get your boy Trump. I hope you've seen the charges. It was 34 charges, right? They brought the nigga up on 34 different charges of, falsifying documents or some shit like that, right? Which is basically just a technical error. So they were trying to get him on campaign misappropriation of campaigns or whatever. But he couldn't do that because Trump wasn't getting no money really from nobody. Like he didn't take donations from anybody. He used his own money in his campaign. So then it was just basically him transferring money from one account to another. And so it was a clerical error on what happened. And they tried to say he used that money as hush money to shut old girl up or to cover up a bigger crime. They said he used it as hush money to cover up a bigger crime, which then is a felony. That takes it away from a misdemeanor to a felony. But old boy, who is Stephen from Django, the boy Alvin Bragg, the prosecutor or the district attorney or whatever, that nigga is Stephen from Django. For sure, times 20. But this fool didn't list the crime. He said he used the money as hush money to cover up a greater crime. But he did what crime? Hey nigga, don't worry about the crime, nigga. Nigga, just know. Trust me. It's egregious crime, nigga. It's one of the greatest crimes of all time. It made me rhyme. See, look, nigga, greatest crime of all time made me rhyme. That's how ill that crime was. But don't you worry about it. It will come out eventually. You just need to know I know what it is. You will know when I want to tell you. That's what's in the document. So much so, all the Democrats are like, there's not much here. We knew all of this 7 years ago. It's not even really what I thought. It's pretty much nothing here. That's what they all saying. First off, the statute of limitations is 5 years. This is 7 years later. They're saying this nigga is doing this 7 years later after the crime, right? Statute of limitations is 5 years. They bringing it up 7 years later, which throws it away right there. But then he hasn't listed a crime that Trump has committed. He just said he misappropriated funds for a greater crime. But I ain't gonna tell you what that crime is. Well, if you don't got a crime, then you have nothing. Nigga, this whole shit is laughable. So they're obviously doing it. They're obviously doing it to get this nigga out of the race. They tried, nigga, because he promised, he campaigned on prosecuting Trump. I'll find something on this nigga. I'll find something on this nigga. What should be a crime right there that this nigga prosecuted on. He campaigned on prosecuting a former president, and then drummed up charges to do it. That should be a crime, but it ain't. But old boy Stephen Django Bragg, we call that nigga Stephen from Django Bragg. So they're trying to get Trump out of the race. Now, if they didn't believe, they said that they think that Biden would beat Trump in another race. Now, if they didn't believe that, first of all, we all know this shit is fixed. The last election was stolen. It was a coup. When Trump won, it was a coup. They took it. He wasn't supposed to win. It was supposed to be Hillary, and the MAGA people somehow they fixed it on the back end to where Trump won. He wasn't supposed to win. He thought he wasn't going to win. He didn't know that's why it was so crazy. That's why the world and America was so fucked up for a minute, because that wasn't supposed to happen. So when they said Trump stole the election, he didn't steal the election. The MAGA people behind him did something in there to take the election. But if he gets back in office again, they have nothing. He takes this whole global he takes the whole globalization plan down. So they can't have that nigga in there, because NATO, they're expanding. Trump is against NATO. He like, you bitch ass niggas in NATO, ain't none of you niggas paying your part, nigga. We paying like 70-some% of NATO. Your bitch ass paying 2%. Germany, your bitch ass paying 3%. Nigga, what the fuck? Hey, get these. Trump went in there like, y'all bitch ass niggas better come out the pocket. America ain't budgets to be paying for NATO, nigga. Out the fuck. So that's what he went in there with. What are you supposed to do? If you go in there and everybody else supposed to be a part of a goddamn corporation, and everybody in there only putting in $2, and you putting in fucking $1 million, and everybody else putting in $2, you should go in there smacking the shit out of people. Like, nigga, where your money at, nigga? Huh? Nigga, don't make me have to send the homie after you niggas start breaking kneecaps, homie. So he went in there like that. That's why they hate him. Now NATO is expanded. They just let Finland in. And they're about to let in Sweden. They're about to let in Sweden because now Turkey didn't want to let in Sweden and Ukraine. They voted no. Then you see Turkey got hit with that big-ass earthquake. Two big-ass earthquakes. And then, now Turkey may vote in favor now of Switzerland and Ukraine. Sweden and Ukraine. You see how that worked? Oh, you ain't gonna fucking vote, nigga? Harp these niggas twice. Harp these niggas twice. Yep, you heard what I said, nigga. Harp, nigga. They harped them twice. To the point where they was like, all right, nigga, just keep that harp shit away from me. We'll vote Sweden in. Just keep that shit off my ass. So Finland is voted in there. That just doubled the military on Russia's border. Then they deployed some nukes to a base that's going to be in strike distance. So this shit is popping off. But they know if Trump ass was in there, none of this shit going down. If Trump is in there, nigga, ain't none of this shit popping off. None of it is popping off. So that's why they're trying to take your boy out. Then, while they're doing that, and so, America, this is also about China becoming the new global regime, the global superpower. And there's an underlying, storyline of America and China eventually warring, right? So China, everybody says, well, that'll never happen because China is America's, their economies are too deep into each other and all this and that. But what most people don't know, and that the border just talked about, these border patrol cats, they just talked about, there have been over, in the last couple of years, over 400,000 illegal Chinese immigrants that have come across the border. Over 400,000 illegal Chinese immigrants, young soldier age. They said young fighting soldier age Chinese immigrants illegally. These ain't lawful. These ain't legal immigrants. These are illegal. They said 900 a day are getting across the border. They catch about 90 or something a day, while 900 a day are getting past the border. So where are these damn Chinese immigrants at in America? 400,000. That's enough for an army. I think that's enough for a fucking army to start smashing within the domestic boundaries of America if they needed to, like we do. Like we got bases in all these people's other countries, just in case they start tripping. Hey nigga, what? We send a nigga out from the base. We ain't got to fly all the way over here from America, nigga. We send a nigga from around the corner to smack your shit up. Hey, what? What you just say about America, nigga? Boy, hey, say it again. Say it. Please say it again. I mean, nothing but America. We love America. America's great. We love America. America is the greatest country. Thank you, America. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you, America. We love you, America. America. That's all you're gonna get. Like, boy, China is trying to do the same thing. China's trying to do the same thing with us in America. What do you say about China? What do you say? Huh? What do you say? What do you say about China? You better shut up, you suckle-eyed American. Like, nigga, they'll smack the shit out of you. Round eye. Shut up, round eye. So they gonna come over here and smack the shit out of niggas. They got bases in here where the Chinese niggas is about to start kung fuing you motherfuckers. They got Wu-Tang bases. Secret Wu-Tang bases all around America, nigga. Y'all better watch out. Shout out to Wu-Tang. So, with all of that popping, y'all, we got the new police state coming. The police state of the Great Reset, right? And I hope y'all see it coming. They're soft on police right now in America, the Democrats who are running everything. And not that you're supposed to smash out on crime. Either way, I don't have necessarily a point of view either way. But not that, I don't believe police stop a lot of crimes at all. I don't believe that. I believe they create most of the crimes. But the perception that less police allows more crime is out there. So they're going to, as this dude Alvin Bragg, like the Stephen from Django Bragg, he turned like 51% of felonies into misdemeanors and let them niggas back on the street. But now he going after this nigga Trump and turning this little small ass misdemeanor, which is literally one offense they're counting 34 times. This nigga is literally one offense that this nigga is trying to count 34 times to try to get him just on one. But you letting out felons, rapists, murderers, and shit like that, 51%. You letting back on the goddamn street. So, again, the perception is this is creating more crime, which, crime is ramped up a little bit, but it's a lot of factors that's involved with that. But because crime is ramped up, then again, they call for more police. But this is, they're going to need more police, or they're going to need you to call for more police. Because if they bring in more police now, you're going to challenge it and go against it. But if they bring in more police, in order to save you, if they make you call for more police, they create the situation that, the environment that you beg for more police, then shit. Well, you call for more police. Why we got 10 police officers at your door for littering? Well, nigga, that's you. Ask for more police. We need to inspect the trash. We need to make sure that it wasn't toxic. We needed to make sure that there was no drugs inside the little piece of paper when you balled it up and threw it on the ground. That's what all these inspectors are here for. 10 niggas to make sure that you while you drop the piece of paper on the trash. That's the new state that's coming, but they need it in the Great Reset because of what the Great Reset entails. And so what does it entail? Extreme digital surveillance, biometric surveillance, programmable CBDCs, central banking digital currencies, the carbon tax, meaning you gotta watch your carbon footprint, or they're gonna tax you. UBI, universal basic income. So, you don't necessarily really have to work. They're gonna try to give you money, which attaches you. If you take a gift from the state, then that makes you a slave of the state or the government. Social credit scores, climate lockdowns, 15-minute smart cities, that if you leave outside the city, you can't use your money. That's why they pushing the digital currency. mRNA in the food supply. They're putting the mRNAs in the food. Economic reconstruction and cyber attacks. All of this stuff is coming in the reconstruction for your ass. These are the basic components of the Great Reset. Not all of them, but pretty much. This is what they need to do in order to reset this whole thing. Take you away from your reliance on your country and government, and then you rely on the global corporate structure, which is then the global corporate the global corporate government structure, which they're trying to create. So how do y'all get around that? How do you bypass a police state? You've been hearing about it a long time. Police state, police state, police. What does a police state mean? That means more police to enforce the fucked up policies that they want to implement on you. That's all a police state means. It means they have, controlling slave policies that they try to implement to take out society or place more controls over society, but none of that would work unless they had the enforcement, the people to power to enforce it. How do they do that? With the popo. That's the only way they can do that shit, is with the police. In a police state is have police to enforce the laws, right? So your ass got to get back, right? You got to learn the law. And so basic police stop law is what we teaching, but I want to get to one point before I start talking about that. You guys, the main thing which you guys have to learn about is bonds. If there's anything you ever took away from everything I ever said on all of these damn live streams or whatever these shows, you have to master bonds. Not stocks and bonds. Stocks are cool too, but bonds. I want to emphasize this. You guys have to get out and master bonds. Why? Because bonds run the world. BONDS, bonds run the world. Everything is run on bonds. By what? Why? What are bonds? Bonds are debt. Evidence of debt. So if I'm a corporation, I'll just give a corporate example. If I'm a corporation, I need to raise money. I issue bonds, right? So I issue a bond for $1,000. A $1,000 bond, which comes to maturity in 10 years, which means you buy the bond for $1,000. In 10 years, you get paid the $1,000 back. But while you wait the 10 years, you get something called a premium. So which could be a percent of whatever the bond is, which usually be like 2 to 5% of whatever the bond is. So for round it off, let's make it 5% of the bond, right? So that's, excuse me, 5% of the bond. So that's what, $50. So say the $50 paid out, they say twice a year. So you would make $50. And I'm just, not every bond is like this, but some bonds are. So you get paid out twice a year, 5% premium, for whatever the bond, the face value of the bond. So that means you're going to make $50 twice a year in interest. That's basically interest that you're getting paid for loan, because you're basically loaning the corporation money. Because if they have to pay you that $1,000 back at the end of 10 years, it's a loan. So now that company is indebted to you. So most everything in the world is created off of that. All governments, all of this stuff is created off of bonds. You heard of government bonds, municipal bonds, then there's corporate bonds. Everything is usually attached to a bond. Anything you sign your name to is a contract, but all contracts have bonds attached to those that you don't even know about. You have to master the bond game. Hold on, let me show you. And so, in finance, get this book right here. I've showed this a few times. This is the Dictionary of Finance and Investment Terms, Barron's. All right, Barron's is the standard of the industry. Barron's Dictionary of Finance and Investment Terms. All right, this is like the secret language of the financial industry. So just like the law has legalese, the financial industry also has a financialese. it has certain terms and things in finance that if you don't know these, you won't move forward in the financial industry. If you don't know how, securities, and you don't know certain terms like that, and collect debt obligations and collateral obligation, if you don't know these different terms, they know that you're not a part of the game truly. So this is how you're going to get the lingo up. But start learning about bonds. Master, when I say, you understand me? I'm telling you right now, master bonds, because every public official has to have a bond. Everything has a bond attached to it, because to alleviate liability, bonds are mostly to alleviate any liability for anything. So if an official takes office, the city requires that person to have a bond. If you do a job, any lawyer, any type of professional has a bond attached to their business in case they do the business fucked up. Then you come and get their bond. It's called a mechanic's lien. When you place a lien on like a construction worker, if a construction worker has to have a bond in case when they building your house, they built that shit to the side. They built that shit in and was leaning, and then when you get it fixed, and they be like, "What do you think of your house?" And you gotta go, why is my house the leaning tower? Did I tell you to build me the leaning tower of Pisa, nigga? So if that happens, then you can go place a claim or a lien on a construction worker's bond. It's called a mechanic's lien. So bonds run the world. That's the smaller version of bonds. The bigger version of bonds are corporate and government bonds, right? But also, because usually any type of property that corporations have bonds attached to it. Everything has a bond. And if you're able to understand bonds and then take claim of these bonds, you win the game. You win the game. The bond game is the biggest game in the goddamn world that y'all don't even know about. Learn about CUSIP numbers. CUSIP. Learn about CUSIP numbers. That's the specific number on a bond that identifies the bond. So you guys, man, I'm going to talk about this more and more, but you have to master bonds. Because if you do, then if anyone tries to come against you, you can pull their bond and place a claim against that. That's how you stop them in their tracks. Any corporation, any public official, anybody. If you're able to take claim of the bond, and then this is why you have to learn that's why you have to learn the financial industry and learn the game, because there's a way for you to be able to do that. Boom. If you're able to get those bonds, you win the game. Just like there's a bond attached to your birth certificate, where your birth certificate is making hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions of dollars. You can go look at that on Treasury Direct. If you type in on the back of your birth certificate, that little red number is a bond number. It's called a CUSIP number. That's what a CUSIP is. The little red code, little red thing on the back of your birth certificate is a CUSIP number. That's a bond identifier. Look on the back of your Social Security card. There's a red Number on the back of that. That's also a QSIP number, a bond identifier, because your social security number has a bond. Your driver's license, birth passport, all of these things have bonds attached to them that are being traded on the open market, whether you know it or not. People are making millions and millions and millions of dollars off your ass, off of you, but you don't know about it because we're not hip to the bond game. That's something that's not supposed to trickle down to the lower society. It doesn't even trickle to the middle, to mid, or even people who are in the upper class society. Not all of them know about bonds, but most of them do. But if you see somebody who around the millionaire, if they're in the millionaire game, if they're or the high millionaire game, they have bonds. They invest in bonds as well as stocks and all the rest of this shit. But mastering the bond law, the bond game, will put you at a level where nobody else is, right? So that's the way to bypass all of this corporate bullshit that they're coming at you. Because ultimately, anything that they're doing, all these corporations have bonds attached to them. And that's how you whoop their ass, is through the bond game. So the law, the police state, you got to learn the rules to the game with the law, with the popo. And that's, we got that right here in the Know Your Rights manual. So you have to you have to get your game up on this police state, learn how to how to prevent police officers from violating your constitutional rights right off the bat. 99% of police interactions go bad because most people don't know what to say to the police officer or how to stop them from violating your constitutional rights right from the jump. But when you learn that, where do they go? They're not in America. They're not going to do away with the Constitution. Remember, they still got to move around it. So any laws they implement, you still have your constitutional rights over those laws. But if you don't know those constitutional rights, you can't assert them and enforce them. And then they can come and they can smash on you. Now, does that make any sense? So if I'm going to beat the nigga who's going to smash on me, then I need to know how he's doing it. The rules to the game. So right here, this teaches you everything you need to know about traffic stops and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. So get in here. This right here, this will alleviate any police state because a police officer has to have a reason to come up to you and talk to you in the first place. So in any police state, that will never change. That'll never, ever fucking change. So learn how to beat them. And then, boom, here's the bond game right here. This gets you introduced to the bond game and the history of bonds and understanding faithful performance bonds, which are what police officers have, so that they faithfully perform their duties to society. And if they don't, then that bond comes in. Most of you guys don't know, the city pays for most of these bonds, so it's written in the paperwork when they get hired. So if you go and say to ask an officer, what's your bond number, he may not know because it's written in the law. But if you go look up the city code, let me see if I can find this for y'all. Hold on. I want to read y'all something. Hold up, y'all. Let me see if I can find. Hold up. So this is, oops. So check this out. This is the Virginia law dealing with bonds. Just so y'all know, a lot of y'all be like, I ain't never found it. Ain't no law. Woo-de-woo. This is Virginia law, Title 52. So this is Title 52, Section 52-7. For all you people who live in Virginia, you're welcome. This is a gift to you niggas. The people who live in VA. Shout out to Allen Iverson. So this is bonds of police officers, liability insurance policies. All police officers appointed by the superintendent of the state police, and engaged in the enforcement of criminal laws and the laws relating to the operation of motor vehicles upon the road and highways of this Commonwealth shall, before entering upon or continuing in their duties, enter into a bond with some solvent guarantee company, that means the insurance company, authorized to do business with this Commonwealth as surety, meaning the person who's going to pay, in the penalty of $75,000 and with condition for the faithful and lawful performance of their duties. Such bonds shall be filed in the office of the Department of State of the State Police, and the premiums thereon shall be paid out of the funds appropriated for the maintenance and appropriation of the Department of State Police. Listen right here. All persons injured or damaged in any manner by the unlawful, negligent, or improper conduct of any such officer while on duty may maintain an action upon such bond. Now, get the fuck out of here, bitch ass niggas who didn't understand, who didn't think a bond was out there. Just read it to you verbatim. I'll read it again. Right at the bottom. All persons injured or damaged in any manner by the unlawful, negligent, or improper conduct of any such officer while on duty may maintain an action upon such bond. Y'all better fucking, y'all better get out here and learn these goddamn bonds. You understand me? Bond game runs every goddamn thing. It's liability. It's backup, it's insurance, whatever the hell you want to call it, you got to have a safety net. It's built on that. This whole goddamn society is built on that shit, especially, and also debt. So bonds are debt. And so understanding bonds will get you, man, it'll put you so above the game, it's not even funny. So I just read that out. You're welcome, Virginia. That was a gift to you. And so y'all can find it on your own. That's Virginia Law, Title 52, Section 52-7. So this book right here, this tells you the state laws or where to go find those bond laws. Right here. In the back, this has the state laws. Right here, all the different state laws, the bond laws. So you're going to have to do some footwork yourself, though. This ain't going to tell you exactly where that is like that. You may have to go do some research to find that, because the bonds are written in your local ordinances. This is the state codes, but you have local codes, city ordinances, where, you know, that the police work for, that will write that law, those laws or those stipulations into the local ordinances. So do your research. Don't act like everything is supposed to be handed to you on a silver goddamn platter. It ain't worth nothing if it's given to you all the goddamn time. Go do your work for it. But right here, I'm giving you a start. So, boom, Know Your Rights Manual, Public Official Bonds book. Then right here, you keep this in your car for when the popo come up to you in that police state, and you hand them these, your constitutional rights card. Tell them everything that they need to know about your constitutional rights and what will happen if they violate those constitutional rights. Letting them know right here, this is a qualified immunity card. They will lose their qualified immunity if you inform them they're in danger of violating your constitutional rights before they do it, and you do it on camera. They lose that qualified immunity. And then, boom, you give them that right there, the qualified immunity notice with all the laws that back that up. So they can't be like, no, that's not real. That's not true. Oh, hey. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hey, we got some on the back. Oh, buddy, sorry, homie. So you keep these three things in your car. Police officer pulls you over, start asking you questions: where you're going, where you're coming from, what'd you have for dinner tonight? You still live at the same address? You know, all of that. Boom, you give them. We looked at a video the other day, police stop law class, and the police officer told the dude when he stopped him, he said, "I'm not going to give you a ticket." He followed him for 5 miles. He followed the dude for 5 miles in the snow, freezing ass snow. I think this was in Minnesota. Followed this nigga for 5 miles in the snow. Then pulled him over because he said he was riding 5 miles below the speed limit in the middle lane, right? So he pulled him over, and he was a brother. He was a brother who looked like a gangster brother. He had tattoos on his head and shit like that, whatever. And so he pulled him over. It's called a pretextual stop. He looked at him, probably thought he was a drug dealer, and then I'm gonna follow him for about a long time until he commits a traffic offense. Then I can pull him over and then investigate for what I really wanted to pull him over for in the first place, which is drugs and guns, right? That's called a pretextual stop. So they pull him over. Then he tells him, you know, he gets his license and all this and that. And then he tells him eventually, he said, I'm not going to give you a ticket. But then he said, can you step out of the car and talk to me for a minute? Well, at that point, the interaction should have been over. Now, you can't necessarily leave because the police officer does have to release you from detainment. So you just because they say I'm not going to give you a ticket doesn't mean you can leave. But the police officer at this point had nothing else on him. So he pulls him out of the car and then he gets him to the back and starts asking him all 50 million questions. And he said, well, what do you want to get me out of the car? What do you want to talk to me? What do you want to talk to me about? He said, what did he say? He said, I want to talk to you about your comings and goings. He said, I want to talk to you about your comings and goings. Where you going? Where you coming from and where you going? Which is none of your goddamn business, cop. Where the hell I'm coming from and where I'm going. I want to talk to you about your comings and goings. Because he thinking he coming from a drug deal or a gun deal or going to a drug deal. What's that? And he going to try to break him down and ask him 50 million questions to get him to incriminate himself. Which the dude, he started answering a lot of questions, which he shouldn't have done. But if he had this, if he knew the goddamn law, he would know he didn't have to answer none of those goddamn questions. But he had him sitting out in the freezing cold as a tactic to try to break him down. If I sit your ass out here in this cold long enough, you're gonna start answering questions. Which he did, but he didn't have to do. And you don't ever have to do. But if you don't know your rights, you don't know that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's time for y'all to start learning. Get your goddamn cards. This is police stop flashcards 1 and 2. Keep these on you. Keep these in your car. Let a police officer see these when they pull you over. Let them know you're not a regular person. I fuck with this. Yeah, officer. I fuck with this, homie. So I do this. Then this is the law and government. Flashcards 1 and 2, because you need to know about the law and you need to know about the government. If eventually you want to be involved and then make it work for you, you gotta know what it is. You gotta know how it works. So flashcards 1 and 2 right here, y'all. And then y'all know for when they come for the cupcakes, they're still trying to push those mandates. So right here is the religious cupcake exemption. Right here, this says that it goes against your religious beliefs because the cupcake, the COV 919 cupcake, it has aborted fetal Charmin in the cupcake, and that's against your religious beliefs. You don't believe in abortions. So boom, that's right, that right there. And this one is the liability notice that says they're responsible if they force you to do it out of duress, meaning they hold your job at bay or over your head. That means it's done out of duress. And if they do it out of duress, they're responsible for every second that that stays in your body. Whatever they force you to get, jabbed up with, that they're responsible for every second it stays in your body. So if I'm only supposed to be on the clock for a minimum or a time period of 4 to 12 hours, then every second after that, you need to pay me for how long it stays in my bloodstream. That's what this is, the liability notice right here. And then you see it has all the adverse effects listed by the CDC right here. The cat, dog, cat, all of these right here. And these are just a few, but you can go to the website. It has the website on here where this information comes from. So if they try to question you, you can just tell them to go right to that website and all the information will come up. And then it comes with your notices right here. This is the religious notice, exemption notice right here. And then this is the liability notice so that you can hand them both of those things. And then it comes also with the P.F. Heiser Bakery report, their own clinical study that says 1,223 people kicked the bucket in the first 4 days. And it has all the adverse effects that they found in their own study. It has it right here in the back. And so you can show them that and then what they're going to say after that. So again, we're coming into this police state, everybody. It's time for you to up your game. We were apathetic. We were out of the game. We were out of the system, not knowing, not learning, not doing anything. We can't do that anymore. If y'all don't understand that, then sorry. Good luck. If y'all think you can still be out of the system and think you're gonna wish the system in your way, you're gonna wish advantages onto your community and to your people just by sitting back and that ain't happening. The universe understands you need to put physical action also into motion, not just please make it better for my people. We need to come out of oppression. You ain't gonna do none of that. None of that is gonna pop off. You need to get in the game. The universe responds to you, your movement. So boom, get this. up your financial language, your financial lingo or legalese, and then master bonds. Damn it, I'm telling you right now. If there's anything you have to take from me, y'all need to master the bond game. It is the future, it is the past, the present, and the future. Nothing else, nothing in any society that they have built, they have right now, or in the future will be run without bonds. Nothing. So if you master that game, you will be the master of the society and whatever you want to do in the system. But if you don't do that, sorry. So you get the great book. If you get the great book of melanin research, go to realnuggets.com. Everybody, I will give you the police stop law package for free. There's no deals this week. Y'all just need to support. Ain't got nothing. Ain't got no extras to give y'all. All my hats are gone, but you do get everything that comes in the police stop law package, including the police stop flashcards. So get over there and support everybody so that we can get out here and we can change the side. We can change the community. Change the community for the people. Appreciate y'all, whoever supported already. Everybody's also hitting up knowyourrightsfoundation.org for volunteers. Just leave us a message. Let us know you want to be a volunteer, learn the law, and we will get back to you. Everybody, if we haven't got back to you yet, please be patient. We have a lot of people who are trying to get with us, which is awesome because it's growing like crazy. A lot of people want to know the law. We got the million Johnny Cochran movement. It's in full effect. We're gonna have our million Johnny Cochrans before too long, but just hold it, just be patient with us, y'all, because everybody wants to know their rights. They want to know the law. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, but we doing it. So just be patient. Hold on. We have interviews stacked up, so just be patient. But thank y'all for showing up to that. Thank you for answering the call because again, this is the only time that we've had to do this where the information is out here for us to do it. So it would be a travesty if we didn't take advantage of the information and then just started implementing it. So thank everybody. Please get over to realnuggets.com and order the great hard copy of Great Book of Melanin Research. You get the police stop law package for free, or go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and order everything individually if you want to support. Also, make sure you get out there and get the weed juice. I got my boy Timmy Tight Top on the weed juice right here, baby. He got the shots, he got the juice, and he got the shots. The turmeric shots right here. Anti-inflammatories right here, baby. Boom. These off the chain. So if you ain't got any inflammation going on in the body right here, boom, get over to weedjuice.com and hook it up. Thank everybody. Appreciate everybody for hitting the super chat. Thank all my mods, Miss Jeannie, excuse me, Tisha, Brian, Jason, Mel, and Miss Gwendolyn Bonner. Thank y'all. I will holler at y'all next week. Thank everybody also for the birthday, the solar return wishes. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be showing me much love on the solar return. We in Aries mode, so I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I know some of y'all may not be, y'all don't get with it. Y'all don't deal with a lot of Aries in your life, but I appreciate you for dealing with me on my solar return. Thank everybody. I'm gonna holler at y'all next week. Deuces. Oh, go to realnuggets.com and get you a Nagalorian shirt. I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like next week, but the Nagalorian. Not a Mandalorian, I'm a Nagalorian. This is the way.